time to time in my dreams. I do this for you. I do this for my mother, who's finally clean, no longer a fan. I do this for you. I do this for my sister, my wife and my kids, cause they part of the team. I do this for all the naysayers and haters who made me one of the greatest. I know it kills you inside, that's why I do this for you. I do this for my father, who I've only seen from time to time in my dreams. I do this for you. I do this for my mother, who's finally clean, no longer a fan. I do this for you. I do this for my sister, my wife and my kids, cause they part of the team. I do this for all the naysayers and haters who made me one of the greatest. I know it kills you inside, that's why I do this for you.
I do this for the kids who sit a bit outside the mix, who maybe cope through humor just to fit in for a bit, who never let the world know when depression's setting in. To all of those who know you, that impression don't exist, and it ain't counterfeit, it's just a way to counter it. I'm living things I dreamed about, I still encounter it. It ain't something that a cigarette or alcohol can fix, but all because of it I flipped it quick, went on to write some hits. This a success off another breath. This the first step in searching to be nothing less than be the best in what you do, to prove their strength in being you. Learn so much in chasing dreams that I never would in school. Depends on where your passion lie, just know passion never lie. Life presents distractions, but your actions have to fortify the things that you believe in. Have to scream it like a battle cry, and leave the ones who didn't looking stupid while they're asking why. Couldn't lie, I really do this for the ones I love, those who treat the music as a vice and lyrics like a drug, those who need advice on how to lift their spirit high enough to break out of the box they make up lives they know aren't good enough. Just because it's how it is don't mean it's how it has to be. This is what the uninspired testifiers fail to see. Jealousy results from being that which others fail to be, and if it means you're not with me, that honestly sounds fair to me.
I do this for my father, who I've only seen from time to time in my dreams. I do this for you. I do this for my mother, who's finally clean, no longer a fan. I do this for you. I do this for my sister, my wife and my kids, cause they part of the team. I do this for all the naysayers and haters who made me one of the greatest. I know it kills you inside, that's why I do this for you.
Do this for my mother, she'll be working for the summer. Do this for my father, cause these days I often wonder what my life would have been like if I was not adopted. To grow up in a home where I was treated like a problem, I don't know, it's just a guess. Your guess probably good as mine. Lucky that I grew up in a home that wanted me to shine. Lucky that I grew up around some mountains we were taught to climb. Without that inspiration, I don't think that this would be my life. Do this for my friends who've scattered all across the country now. I'm out in Sweden walking back through life so I can write it down. Make a living off of sound, so crazy to say out loud. I'm the biggest thing since Travis Rice to come up out the town. Sorry, gotta stunt a little. Used to have my dreams belittled, but it's all a part of it. I know people's minds are fickle, lines between reality and dreams I blur like faded nights. Come up been so good for me, I wish that I could make it twice.
I do this for my father, who I've only seen from time to time in my dreams. I do this for you. I do this for my mother, who's finally clean, no longer a fan. I do this for you. I do this for my sister, my wife and my kids, cause they part of the team. I do this for all the naysayers and haters who made me one of the greatest. I know it kills you inside, that's why I do this for you.
Marantz Rantz, plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice.
Oh my god, not here. This year's.
GameStop, can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. 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 Back to Marantz Rantz, plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice.
Oh my god, not here. This year's.
no advice on finance. Spin the wheel and take a chance. Get an NFT and a little education. The system got undertold, that knowledge is flotation. You wanna learn? Well, you came to right place. You're pumping AMC, might get slapped in the face. Get your due diligence, know who the villain is. Don't be a sheep when the shepherd's carnivorous. So come learn, laugh, and maybe you win big. And listen up, y'all, the wheel is not rigged. Everybody get a chance in the live chat. Kyoto spin wheel, you win just like that. Retail fight back and this retail winning. Y'all just wait, man, this is just the beginning. All fellow Simeons, GME group singing the truth. We just chillin', infinity pool swimming. So welcome to Marantz Rantz. A lot of knowledge but no advice on finance. Don't even need pants, you can tune in naked like Henry the Mayo Man. Internet's most hated. Don't wanna lose your money, then it's time for you to listen. If you're ignorant, invest in AMC, a superstition. The stream about ready, they told us to don't dance. I do what I want. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. 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 Welcome to Marantz.
Let me tell y'all.
Welcome to Marantz Rantz.
Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. Get that out 3 times real fast and nice. Hey, listen to me, guys. I'm still pumped. My baby Bulls won the championship. If you guys do not know, we sponsored the team with the channel. We got them some GameStop gift cards. We did that Wednesday night. They were pumped. They were excited. I rolled up to the gym. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm going to tell you all about it. We're going to talk about the stock too. We're going to talk about GameStop fundamentals. We're going to talk about retail. We're going to talk about a lot of things tonight. But before we get that going, I want to tell you about my Saturday. So I wake up this morning. I stretch it, get it going. We have a game at 8:30 this morning. We get to the gym. We're at the big high school gym. Everyone's there. Everybody's watching. And my little baby Bulls, who have only won 1 game all season, I'll say it. I don't care. I'm not ashamed to say it. They only won 1 game. It's hard. We had the bad news bears. If you guys don't understand what we had in this league, I'm at the league. Guys, by the way, I'm coaching the team. I don't have a kid on the team. You see, I'm the makeup coach because they needed a coach. So they called me. Said, Marantz, we know you coach sports. Can you get out here and coach? I said, no problem. I'll coach. I'm already signed up for football tomorrow. I'm dead serious. I'm starting football this next week. So here's how it worked. I get there and I get all the kids who are already playing other sports and they're late signups. So they're not basketball players. Not a problem for me. They're athletes. We can coach it. Just get in shape. Learn how to run. Learn how to hustle. Play some D. Figure it out. But my kids don't show up to the games. We only get 5 or 6 kids a game. We got no bench players. We got no team because they're playing other sports. I got a soccer tournament. We're in the playoffs on baseball. And I'm just like, man, can I get some kids to this game? So what do? We call them on Wednesday night. We say, get to practice, everyone. Yeah, I want everyone there. And then myself and the assistant coach, he's there. And we go through and we play 5-on-5. One of us is each on one team. And we show them how to slow it down, how to pass the ball, how to shoot, when to take the shots, when to do this. And we play with them and we explain it to them for the whole hour. No one was in the gym, just us. We went and did that. And then at the end, I said, here's some GameStop gift cards from the channel, from everyone. Go shop at GameStop, guys. Go enjoy it. They scream real loud. These kids are 4th and 5th graders. We get to the gym this morning and they're pumped. They're like, hey, coach, we're good. The parents are planning out breakfast. They think they're going to go to breakfast after this game because they think we're going to mail it in. We lost to this team that we played in the first round. We lost to them 30-4 3 weeks ago. We lost 30-4. Baby, we smoked them. These little Bulls went out there and ripped it. And once they saw they could beat the best team, who was next? It didn't matter. By 11:30, they're holding up the trophies and they're the champions. That's the way it went down. We just ran through everybody. Championship was against the Lakers and we smoked them too. Shout out to the little Lakers. They look like today's Lakers. Honestly, they look like they were missing Kobe. It didn't matter. Best player, no play. It does not matter. That team that we were balling with just knew exactly what they were going to do today. So I'm excited, guys. Baby Bulls won. And yes, GameStop sponsored that. That's what we do. So welcome to them. Shout out to them. Now it's on to football, right? So I want to talk to you about something. Seems familiar, Marantz out there with the soccer players again. Stacks has seen me play basketball. I'm an absolute baller, but every time I go to the courts, there's nothing but wannabe basketball players. Not the real ones, right? I guess, but it's not my fault. I can't pick and choose who shows up to the pickup game. That's all I'm going to tell you, Stacks. But I used to live stream my basketball games on TikTok. I might do that again. I got to find a pickup game that I want to go to that lets a 40-year-old guy just get in there and get the rock. But I'll do my part. Anyway, I want to talk to you guys about something. I'm getting messages on Twitter right now, and guys like, yo, Marantz, how do you come up with these numbers? How'd you come up with these numbers? Remember, we talked about SG&A, and now they want to talk about, they're actually talking about percentage of profit as in the margin, right? Profit margin. And I'm like, okay, so you guys don't see the number I see. How do you think they're going to have 26%? They're traditionally down in quarter four versus all the other quarters. So I had to go look. And yes, traditionally they are down. They are down about 2% on average from quarter three and quarter two, right? But quarter three and quarter two produced 26%. So they're trying to tell you we're going to be at 24%. So I should adjust my ratios just a tad, and GameStop's going to come in around $140, $150 million worth of profit. That's according to my model, right? And then I asked the guy, I said, why did you keep my number though? Why did you keep my SG&A number? You're over here doing your own table saying, well, they're going to come in at 24%, but why'd you keep my SG&A number? I've asked everybody this. How in the hell are you guys keeping my number of 370? Your number is 450. Your number is 530, whatever it was at the start. So how do you keep my number? And here's Jay sponsoring another team. More for the GameStop Baby Bulls kids. Yeah, it's going to have to go to the Cowboys coming up, Jay, because by the time YouTube gives me that money, I just want to tell you, thank you so much for supporting the kids, man. That's awesome. Anyway, yes, we support them. And guys, we show receipts. We don't just buy stuff and keep it in the dark. I've already shown receipts about how we spend money on these things. There's nothing that I need in my pockets. I'm good. But thank you so much for the support, Jay. Appreciate you. Now, back to what I'm telling you. I want to know how every retail analyst and anyone else out there is getting the number 370 on SG&A. How did you get it? And who did you take it from? Because I said it a month ago, and now everyone wants to come out with the videos saying that that's their number. You don't get to just take the number and not explain it. Everyone knows that SG&A last year was 450. How the hell are we going to drop it down $80 million? Well, I'm going to tell you how it's even going to get even better. Because when this guy had me second thinking myself, and I'm sitting there saying, you know what, maybe GameStop's coming in at 24%. Maybe they're only going to have $140 million worth of profit. But wait a minute, everybody's picking a bigger number than that. Everyone's picking a smaller number, I should say. And I'm the only one picking the big number, right? I'm the only one saying 170, 200 million. And I tell you, I had a dream that it was 215, 220. And I'm telling you guys, I don't know how big it's going to be. I just think, wow. If they could get to the 26%, right? But let's just say it. Let's say they're going to come down 2%. Doesn't matter for me. I'm going to tell you something. Tendy Time, thank you so much for showing up. And everyone else that shows up today. I've been watching everybody's chat and I see you guys. So check this out. Here's the other part, guys, okay? I thought about it if I needed to restructure and redo the numbers. And then I stopped thinking. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when I go look at the numbers on stock analysts, and I figure out what they've been doing for the last 10 years, GameStop traditionally, I'm going to tell you GameStop is not, they're not operating traditionally. That is the first thing you need to get into your head. Everyone out there that's trying to figure out if GameStop's if they're making a profit this quarter and if they're having better margins, you need to stop thinking that they're the company of last year and the year before and the year before and the year before and the year before. They're a totally different company today. That omni-channel marketing and sales are totally different from what they were previously. Additionally, they don't have a conversion loss when you're dealing with European stores and or Australian stores or anywhere else that they sell GameStop products. They shut down a portion of the European footprint so that they're not losing on the margin itself. So what does that mean? That means GameStop's in a newfound territory. This is a territory where Wall Street can't get a projection. They can't get a read on what Ryan Cohen's doing. Ryan Cohen is going to come out with a number that they can't imagine. They can't even imagine $100 million. They're looking at 85 million. I'm telling you it's going to be double 85. I'm telling you it's going to be 170. And then when it is 170 and it is double, do you know what they're going to tell you? What they've always said. Well, that's not that much money. What are you over here investing all your money into a company that's $170 million in a quarter? That's nothing. That's not great. Look at this company. They do more. Look at this company. They do more. You know what? I am looking at those companies. And I'm looking at every single company out here. And I'm going to tell you, there have been 154. I want to get the number right. There have been 154 retail companies to go bankrupt in the last 6 years. And in those same 6 years, GameStop has not produced a profit. GameStop was out here trying to survive. GameStop's trying to make it. GameStop's trying to show you that they're transitioning and they're going to pivot and it's going elsewhere. It's going to the top. But you've had 154 companies file for bankruptcy. Chapter 11, Chapter 7, get the hell out of here. You'll never see them again. And out of those 154 companies, GameStop's not one of them. What are you going to do when GameStop starts operating in a favorable economy, in a great macro environment, when they actually get the product for a better price, a leveraged price? What are you going to do when they actually do the best business possible? They're not doing that today. Today, they are struggling, they are fighting, and they are inching their way towards profitability. But when they're sky high and they're running, what do you think the number is going to be? The margin used to be 30%, 33%, 34%. Guys, I'm not making this number up. Let's go look at this. GameStop, when you go down here to operating margin, right here to gross margin, do you see this? This is where they're at today. They're at 26%. Now, you see the 23, 22, 24, 24, 21? Those are all bad numbers, okay? But as you see this, I have to go up and go back down. I want to show you what it used to be way back when. Here's 2018, 2017. We'll go here, okay? Let's go to operating margin. Right here, gross margin, 33%, 29, 34, 36, 34, 33, 36. Why do you think that is? And thank you so much for liking the live stream. I really appreciate that over there on TikTok. Why do you think they were in the 30s? Why do you think they were sky high? Because they weren't battling private equity. They were looking there to squeeze it, to make it run the way it runs, and get the most value out of this company. That's what it used to do. Now we're battling private equity. Now we're battling these margins, this inflation, this inflammatory time. And of course, you have interest rates sky high, not transitory, just right where it needs to be for now. What are you going to do when you get better margins? We're at the absolute lowest time you're ever going to be in this stock. So for people to come out and say they only made $85 million this quarter, Marantz, and then when you see the 170 and they want to play with you and they go, you know what, you're wrong. Well, it is 170, but you know what? They can't do more than that. They've already tapped out. No, they haven't. When they're at 35%, when they're at 34%, when they're in those ranges, guys, you're looking at $500 million worth of profit every year. You're looking at monster numbers that no one ever wants to give you credit for. I'll still be here. I'll still be here to tell you there's more tread on the tires. There's more track to run. GameStop's going to announce benefits. Dividends. GameStop's going to announce S&P 500 introduction. Everything's going to happen. When? Throughout my lifetime. Am I going to be here for it? Absolutely. Now, let's talk about the retail numbers that we were talking about and how I talk about bankruptcies and the reason why I'm paying attention. Because if you don't know the leverage that's happening right now with Macy's, you need to pay attention. Okay? Macy's has private equity knocking on the door. Macy's is one of the hit lists that I made. I made a hit list of 13 companies GameStop has to be better than to get into the S&P 500. As they inch up this list, as they eat up the competition, you're going to find out what it's worth. Macy's is being offered up for about $5 billion, $6 billion, in that range. You couldn't buy GameStop for $5 or $6 billion. I don't care what it is. You think that it's overpriced at that point? I mean, that's on you. The assets of $3 billion, $3.5 billion, but with $1 billion cash, $1.5 billion, you're not buying cash for cash. People have to know the business model. They have to know where it can go, and you have to know what the brand is. So when I look at this list, and I'm going to show it to you here, guys, okay? And we're going to go over this. No one preps my channel but me, so here we go. 154, this is the list. 154 bankruptcies in retail apocalypse and why they failed. Of course, we start out with companies like Bed Bath & Beyond. Okay, Bed Bath & Beyond failed. They had private equity swept within it. Board of directors, you name it, they went in, they gutted, they carved out, and unfortunately, it's gone forever. Now, who's going to benefit from them being gone? It's going to be companies like Target, Amazon, and Walmart, just so you're aware. David's Bridal, gone. Boxed, gone. Independent Pet Partners, Tuesday Morning, Serta Simmons, Bedding, Party City, Forma Brands, all of them gone. When you look at 2022, the companies that went bankrupt were Revlon, gone. Ones that you would know, right? I'm just telling you the ones you know. Sears, Hometown Stores, gone. That's a portion of Sears as well. As I go down this list, and you guys see them all, and I don't have to name them all, but Belk went bankrupt in 2021, and we know that their CEO or their CFO actually works for GameStop, or their former CEO is at Volution Capital as well, if you're not familiar with that. Sequential Group, Global Brands Group, Alex and Annie, Washington Prime Group, what is this? The Collected Group. All of this is retail. These are all retail companies that have gone bankrupt over the last 6 years. Guitar Center, you name it, Century 21 stores, Steinmart, Tailored Brands. Well, what do you know? Tailored Brands, right? Ascena Retail Group. Ascena Retail went bankrupt. We know that's a portion of private equity as well. They had the Dress Barn. Remember, we talked about it. Lane Bryant and Taylor. All of that. New York and Company. All of this has gone bankrupt, guys. Lucky Brand. And the reason why I'm showing you all of these that are going bankrupt. Chuck E. Cheese. That's Apollo, by the way. Went bankrupt. GNC. That's Apollo as well. Terrible. 24-Hour Fitness. These companies still operate. Hertz. There's Apollo again. All of this, centric brands, Apollo. When you think about this stuff, guys, just know JCPenney, Tuesday Morning Again, Neiman Marcus, Aldo, Gold's Gym, J. Crew. This is all private equity. True Religion. Think about all these companies. Art Van, Pier 1 Imports. What you don't see on this list, GameStop. You see Forever 21. You see them go bankrupt. All of these guys filing for bankruptcy. Barney's, Fred's, Avenue. It gets better. It gets better with time. You guys can learn. We can do connect the dots on every single company here. Charlotte Russe, Payless Shoe Store. We did that one. That's Apollo as well. Private equity. Gutting it out. Gymboree, Apollo. It's amazing how much money they've made off of all these deals. David's Bridal, Sears, Mattress Firm, Gumps, Falas. That's right here where I'm at. Brookstone, Samuel Jewels, Rockport, Nine West. All of these. Claire's, that's Apollo. I can keep saying that for a lot of these, right, guys? So when we look at these companies since 2016, since 2017, Toys R Us, Vitamin World, that's SuGov. True Religion again, Gymboree, Rue 21, Payless twice, Radio Shack. All of these companies going bankrupt, right? And the reason why I show you all of this is because in this whole time frame that all these companies have gone bankrupt, 154, GameStop was negative, GameStop was shorted, GameStop was attacked, and GameStop's now profitable. GameStop made it. You ever do this? You ever go to Wikipedia? And Jacob's asking a question here. Jacob, thank you for liking the live stream as well as thanks, dumbass. That's a guy's name, not you guys. He says, what do you think about the Reddit stock that's supposed the IPO soon? Supposed to IPO soon. I don't think about it, Jacob. I would never buy a company that IPOs anytime soon because for me personally, GameStop's the best investment running right now. There's not an IPO that's going to get launched that has a better balance sheet, a better cash flow chart, and a better leadership team than GameStop. So this is Retail Apocalypse. Whenever you go onto this list here, this is an actual homepage that I studied, that I keep. You'll see here, it says announced May 29th, AC Moore, right? Announced May 25th, 2019, that all 145 stores would close. The Michaels Company acquired its trademarks and websites and one distribution center and intellectual property rights of AC Moore for $58 million. Michael also took over 40 store leases. Does that sound familiar? That's Apollo. Apollo's in on it. So when you go to this list, I have a list of every retail company here, guys. This is a phenomenal list. Abercrombie and Fitch, Aeropostale, Aldo, and it goes in detail, gives you a little snippet about what happened to the company, right? American Eagle Outfitters, but what this tells you is the retail apocalypse. This whole thing, it tells you how everything got systematically carved out. Every single retail company, guys, every single one from A to Z is on this list. Everything you can think of. And you read them and you're like, what the hell? This is a good source for me to start whenever I start doing Connect the Dots. They go, hey, Marantz, well, here's this company. Can you look it up? And I go in there and I go, whoa. And whenever I find an executive for one company to the next, I go to this list right here. When I see where they were before and I go, oh, we're one of these companies, one of those companies. When I see it, I know it. Then I know private equity walked in the door and took it. That's the difference for me. So I want people to know why GameStop is so special and what we're looking at. What we're looking at is a company that everyone bet against. And when you see it, just know that it's different from the rest. I have so many people trying to give me an idea of what GameStop's worth and where they're headed for this earnings report coming out. And they want to know how I got the number I got. So I go back in and I go, am I going to revise these numbers? Am I going to look at it and change it? Because people are giving me info. And I was like, no, I'm going to go even more ridiculous. And what I mean by ridiculous is because you guys keep thinking that GameStop is this $80 million company and they're struggling to make a profit. They're not. They've been making a profit for 2 years now. You just didn't know it. So I'm excited for it. I really am. I hope everything is good. It is very good, Tendy Time. I really appreciate you saying that. It means a lot to me, and everything's been great so far. Give me names, and I'll raid their comment sections, let everyone know where their numbers came from. Brian, I don't need to prove myself to the other guys. I know you guys want to help me out all the time. You guys tell me this. You guys want me to get the credit for whatever it may be. I don't need validation from the outside. I'm here for us. I wake up every day for you and for the individual that watches the channel, that gets the info, that understands it. There's people that watch this channel and don't understand a thing what I'm talking about until they do, right? Until we actually let them know. Because it's not just about GameStop. It's more about the angles of private equity and why this retail apocalypse is happening, why people are getting gutted. Americans are losing jobs, and all around the world, you can fall victim to private equity. You just have to know that. And you have to know what you're looking for. Another good night at the casino. That's what he says at Jay. I don't know what Jay does with his money. I don't know how he does it, but I'll leave it alone. I will. So, trying so hard to spin the narrative. Okay. Just say what the actual numbers are. Okay, cool. So Jake Freeman, the unfortunate part, and the part that you're upset about right now by you writing, is that GameStop's numbers are, the trailing 12 is about what has happened. It's not about what will happen. So here's the part. Okay, I just want people to know this, and it's okay. I'll wear this identity in front of you every day. GameStop gives out zero forward guidance. Okay. They don't tell you what the company's going to do. They don't tell you how they're going to perform, and they don't tell you what direction they're going. I have a YouTube channel. I have a platform where I speculate, yet it's factual. It's actually backed by documentation and with a lot of reason. So we've been pretty accurate on guessing where GameStop's headed. So if you want guidance, you can just watch the channel, and I'll give you all the info I can. So that's the way it goes. Investors don't care about the past. They care more about the future. Sunk costs don't matter. That's true, Agden, for a growth stock. That's true. Whenever you're thinking about growth companies that you're invested in, you want to invest based off of growth and potential forward earnings. That's not how you invest for value stocks. And unfortunately, GameStop, in your case, GameStop's listed as a value stock. They're not listed as a growth stock. So what's the value? It's intrinsic, and it's more than what the current value is today. That's why the book value for GameStop and the equity per share is more percentage-wise than any retail company in America. So these retail stores, with the exception of Big Lots, let me just phrase that correctly. Big Lots is like 2-to-1 on cash, but it's not. You don't want to be in Big Lots. It's a bankrupt company. It's just different. It's asset heavy, but it's going to go bankrupt, and that's a given. That's a fact. It's not like a guess. That's a fact. It's going to get bought out, go private, and go bankrupt. So, how does GameStop increase margins nearly 35%? By negotiating. There's still a lot of meat left there on the bone. Brian, it all depends on the product and what they're going to pay for it. Remember that interest rates are sky high. So to get better on negotiating, it's not just negotiating, it's also final delivery. So you have to mainstream how you deliver that product and how they order the product. Remember that, like, I want to buy a product, right? And I want to buy X amount. Doesn't matter what I buy. You have to take into consideration the freight, the charges to get it to you. And that logistics plays a big role in that. So what GameStop's doing by doing same day delivery and having the stores be the hubs, that's helping out with margin. Additionally, on margin itself, just overall, SG&A can improve always. And I want people to know this. To control your expenses and your payroll, you leverage your shares. This is a problem for corporate America. This is a problem that GameStop doesn't have right now. When you're extremely profitable and you're performing really well, your executives will go headhunt. They will go look for a raise. They will go look for another job. To leverage them without spending cash and expenses, you can offer them shares. So this is how a lot of corporate companies leverage their executives. They give them shares. Some executives want cash, but they can leverage you with those excess shares that they have. And that's a great tool. Certainly, with what it could be, right? The incentive to do the right thing. I don't think people understand what that means at the top level. I only know it from the level of what would be RSUs versus, a 401k reinvestment program, and or they would do a match of some kind. So you have to find ways to give your employees value without coming off the bottom line. And then additionally, how do you operate? Are we using the same set of employees at all 3 facilities, at 2 facilities? Are we leveraging that payroll versus controllable expenses? And if you're doing that, I've told you guys this before, your controllables will be payroll. It will also be equipment. It'll be supplies, and it'll be outside services. So depending on how you use that money and what you're allotted for, you can become a better operator. You can make more money per store, more than they've ever had. The issue that I have with somebody like Richard Newton, right? I'll give you an example. Richard Newton has a model that he gave out GameStop numbers from. He's a YouTuber, and he put out a video, and he comes out and he says, they're going to make this much money. But yet he based his numbers based off of X amount of stores. And the unfortunate part is you don't know how many stores there are. They have not announced that. So you can't tell me what your model is when you're using a number that doesn't exist, that you can't go readily grab and understand it. So you can guess, but your guess is going to be wrong. That's the point. So I've been here for a long time. I've been studying every damn sheet for a very long time. And I'm telling you where I'm at right now. I'm at the point where Wall Street is completely wrong. They're backwards. They have $85 million worth of profit, and I have double that. I have 170. So let's see who's right. I guarantee you, put my name on it, huh? When I say it like that, I've got to be right. I've got to be right because I've shown it, I've broken it down, and I understand it. So if it's not 170, it's not 150, it's not 200, well, then how much is it? Because it's not 85 and it's not 100. It's more than that. 170 for when? For next Tuesday. That's all I can tell you. I'm just saying, what are you doing though? Why, Jacob? Yeah, I don't know. Facts, their estimates are fake. Absolutely. Earnings, yes. $170 million worth of profit for the quarter is what I'm looking at. Wall Street projects 85. And that's a good year. Wall Street projects that they're going to, guys, I want to put this really, really out there. 2 years ago, I predicted this. 2 years ago, I predicted this quarter right now, the stock price would be $85, I believe I said, $80 a share, something crazy like that. But I also predicted that GameStop would make a profit this year, this quarter, right now. I said that 2 years ago. Somebody can go find the video. You guys can go check it out. But I know I did. I made the whole model for it. And I'm absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Because I knew that the immutable X money would be dried up by then, the commitment towards that. And I knew that they'd be making money as a company, just at the bottom line. The cuts are there. The becoming nimble is there. And the way Ryan's been running it has been phenomenal. So I'm excited for this time. This is a great time to be alive. It really is. The more I listen, the more I learn, and the more I hate private equity and short sellers for destroying the American dream, except those companies that are purposely fraudulent. Yeah, I mean, it just works that way. When is earnings? It's 326 after market, after it closes. Our earnings on the 18th or the 26th. I saw that post that somebody put or in the comment of my video. It was most hated WRX, that guy, or WXX, whatever his name is. I think it's his name, WRX. He put out there, he said that he hates GameStop because he thought the earnings were on the 18th and he YOLO'd into calls for the 18th. And now he's done. He spent $2,000 on calls. He's still trying to make up for losses that he had on AMC. And that's not the way to do it. The way to do it was to take the $2,000 and just go buy shares. Just go buy 100 shares at $15 a piece and you'd love your life right now. I promise you would. You would buy what? How many more after that? You could buy, and people are trying to join the stream on TikTok. That's not going to happen. Anyway, you could buy a lot of shares, right? I have a burner account that's out there too. Somebody's requesting people's friendships, and that's unfortunate. Audio is different now, pretty much, pretty sure. I'm different on YouTube right now with the audio, so you'd be okay. The issue is you could buy shares and not buy the buy the calls, and you're not gonna lose that money. I don't know what ride people are trying to grab. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree, but they're usually numbers that can't easily be seen by looking, but some reason, and not in the case of GameStop, yours has just changed now. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna keep reading this for you though, guys. And shout out to Drew Soul. He finally made it to a live stream in a long time. Haven't seen him in a while. But getting phone calls and I'm live. What do you guys want me to do? Marantz, any idea what Ryan Cohen is going to invest in with GameStop's $1.2 billion? No, I don't have a clue, Nick G. I don't know if he has to invest the whole amount. I know he's already invested $300 million of it in marketable securities. It'd been awesome if he put a little bit more in there. Because if they put in, I'll just give you an example. If they put in $600 million in marketable securities and they allowed that to make interest, it's almost like $30 million a quarter worth of profit. That'd be awesome. That'd be really great because it'd be 120 for the year and they don't need that cash. They're not dipping into it, but I think they keep a large cash reserve on hand just in case, right? Just in case stuff happens with the marketable security money. And of course, whatever happens with them in business, they can leverage their cash. They have a facility, an ABL facility where they can borrow money up to $500 million and they haven't borrowed any. So they have access to $2 billion essentially. They're going to have 1.5. I'm just letting people know that right now. They're going to have $1.5 billion after this quarter. Cash. Basic math and equations make up understanding balance sheets. The estimates don't. I guess act in, but then again, if you understand business and the fluctuation of business for said quarter, then you would know exactly what's happening here. It's going to be a great number. It's going to be that good. So GameStop's not going down, guys. Let's just put it out there. They've had an increase in their gross profit number over the last 8 quarters. An increase, not a decrease. Even though top line revenue decreases, their gross profit margin has increased. And that's because they're doing better business. Just so that we're clear. It's going to be great. Brian said something that they took away. Don't say Bed Bath & Beyond, please don't. Marantz and Ryan Cohen are just chatting about earlier. You must have missed it. Yeah, I mean, as far as what he's going to invest in, yeah, we had that conversation, Ryan and I told Ryan, just, keep buying those Pokemon cards. There's a new Pokemon card coming out on the 22nd. I guess a new deck coming out. Everyone's going to go buy it, go crazy. That's cool. I know I've been shopping more at GameStop and I've seen people have been buying these Cardsmith cards. And I haven't gone that route. They're $28.50 a pack. You can get some cryptocurrency for it. Something's in there in those packs, but it's not the way I spend my money. The unfortunate part is I could spend it on that, but I've been investing my money a lot lately, and I'm sticking on that round. But it's been a good day. And Marantz's Reddit private equity, I hope it does well in the market. I don't know why you think it would do well or why you hope it does well, Daniel Street. One, it's not a money-making webpage. I know people buy tokens and whatever they may be, but Reddit is infiltrated with private equity, without a doubt. They are bought out by private equity. That's Wall Street Bets, which is a good example of that whole subreddit. They don't even allow you to say GameStop on the page. Like, think about that for a second. What would be the reason for banning the word GameStop or GME on your subreddit? Why wouldn't you want the world to know? So, I can tell you why. If you Google it, who owns Wall Street Bets? Google it, please. So, why they do that? I don't know what you're talking about. Why they do what? Why they ban it? Because private equity owns Wall Street Bets. They own the information you take in. Guys, if you don't believe me that there's plants on YouTube and TikTok and Twitter and Reddit, then you haven't been watching this channel for 3 years. I'm going to tell you how many times I've had a stock thrown in front of me with the idea that the CEO was trying to chase down short sellers and hire, share intel. Guys, they try to hire Wes Christensen, right? And they do this all because they want to inflate the number. Oh, I'm going to get my stock to run up right now. I'm going to dilute the float into the run up like GNS did. You guys don't remember that? Go look at the videos from 2 years ago. But those stocks didn't exist until they were on Reddit and until they were on Wall Street Bets and in front of you pumping it like Naked, right? NAKD. Same thing. just happens to be turned into CENN. And that Centro stock is pumped on subreddits by private equity, and it's owned by the same hedge funds that own a majority of Mullen Automotive. What's pushed out in front of you? Mullen Automotive. Why is that? Because private equity's in it. And why does it matter, guys? Because it's a no-name stock worth about a couple of $1 million on market cap, yet it gets front page publication, which is crazy. It would never, no company would, unless it's pumped by private equity. Then you see stock pumpers make videos. You see people chat it out. I'll give you another example. Lou versus Wall Street. Lou versus Wall Street is AMC all day, every day, private equity pump and dump. That's what he's all about. He tries to change it. He talks about nothing in shadows. And then what happened? I happen to see him on stream bring up a stock that made no sense. I'm sitting here, guys, in front of you. There are 8,000 tickers. What the hell would I pick WISA, the WISA? Why would I pick WISA? Anybody understand why? Oh yeah, WISA stock. You know what, guys? Today, I'm going to buy into WISA. What is it? How did you hear about it? Who told you? Why are we doing this? And from one day to the next, Lou goes, oh, and I'm going to interview the CEO. And he gets the CEO on his show. And I said, oh, that's bullshit. Bullshit. A guy with 8,000 subs at the time, and he's got a CEO on his show, and he's talking to him with the WISA. What did they do? Pump and dump, 2 days, dilute the stock, go look at it, it's done. This is private equity. This is the manipulation of people. This is the manipulation of information. I've seen it done on every single stock pushed out in front of you. And I call out all the guys. You tell me what the hell Bigums gets by pumping out AMC and thinking it's a good investment. Tell me why. Tell me what sane human would look at that balance sheet and look at the track record and look at retained earnings, which is negative $7.7 billion of losses. And you tell me how you can say that's a profitable company or it's going to make a difference. Tell me why Boss Blunts does what he does. Tell me why Tony does what he does. Why Marcus May does what she does. Tell me why. I got a phone call. I got to take this phone call. Hello? Yeah. No, it's fine. What's up? Okay. Go upstairs on the mezzanine. And when you go upstairs, it's on the far wall. Like as you walk straight past all the motor engines and stuff, you know, like the rack B, rack C, rack D, there's a whole panel of electrical outlets, whatever. You're going to go to the far left. It's going to say like rotisserie, whatever. You're going to open up the panel. You're going to look for the orange one. And you'll find it. Yep, no problem. All right, sorry guys. The ovens are out at work, and I'm the only guy who knows how to fix them, I guess. I'm here. All right, so back to you guys. I've been watching Reddit for a long time, and you saw the origins of Bed Bath & Beyond's pump and dump and why it's scattered in front of you and how they manipulated that information to get to you. I've never seen anything like it until I saw it, right? And actually happen. And then they have identities and they have pictures and they have videos, and then people start posting as if they're these poster childs for their investment. And we're just sitting here. We're just like, look at the balance sheet. Read it. And people ask you to forget or don't look at it. Like, what? They're upside down $3 billion after one quarter. Like, that's a crazy number, guys. But people are numb to the numbers. You're numb to $170 million. $170 million worth of profit. People are numb to that number. They go, oh, Marantz, that's a small number. Is it? Because last I checked, everyone's operating at a deficit. That profit is profit right about now. Profit is profit. And to have profit with no debt, that should say something. To have profit in an environment that you're meant to die and not succeed, that should say something. That's why I point out the retail apocalypse. That's why I point out 154 companies that couldn't do it over the last 6 years. I'm going to buy some GME calls now. I don't think you understand what the hell we're saying over here. I do remember anyone saying anything about AMC until YouTube made it a thing. That was the point back then. The whole point was they used Jackson Hunter and Trade Trades, Matthew Kors, TMI, Short the VIX, AMC Shaw, Tony De Niro, Mastalorian, Common Sense Investor, AMC Bigums, Boss Blunts, hell, even Data Zero. They used any platform they could to ruin your investment and make you think it was something that it will never be. I don't care how many bags of popcorn, I don't care how many credit cards, nothing can fix what has happened over the last 20 years because AMC's been a 20-year play for private equity. It wasn't just this 2 years, just this 3 years. They've been there since 2001. They've been gutting it, carving it, and setting it up for what it is today. And they did that with GameStop as well. The unfortunate part is Ryan Cohen walked in, and now they lost. Their earnings is Tuesday. I'm buying calls. I know what you're saying. Yeah, I'm not buying calls. I don't care what, and I even know the number. I'm not buying calls. Why would I do that? I'd buy shares and just keep stacking. I could see a double beat for GameStop's opening down 20%. Yeah, double beat, and then it comes out 20% down. Yeah, I understand. You know, guys, if they have a double beat, can we talk about that? Can we do this? Can we do the hypothetical? Let's talk about it. They have a double beat. If you guys don't know what double beat means, is that they come in and they beat out earnings per share and top line revenue. They've done it before. They just did it 2 quarters ago. And that was with Zelda. And that was a big quarter for us. And we only lost $3 million that quarter. Now, they lost $3 million. It was a turnaround of 100. It was a $100 million swing on profit. So if they had a double beat, that means they would come in at 2.1 plus, 2.2 plus. So if they came in at $2.2 billion, $2.1 billion, right? Wall Street's calling 2.05. So if they come in at 2.1 billion, that's a beat. So now we're calling 2.1 billion. And then they come in at 26% on margin. That means they're making $260 million for every billion. So they're going to be up 540. Then you're going to add in the additional 26 from the other 2.1 billion, remember? So 26 on top of the 540. And now you're looking at 565, 566. So I'll just call it 560 for fun. But at 560, that's the percentage of earnings that they're going to have 560. Now you're going to take away the SG&A, which is going to be 360. I'm just telling you. I said 370, but I'm shooting for 360 because remember, they're better operators. They're doing it right. 360. So take away from the 560, 360, $200 million worth of profit. Add in the interest from the marketable securities. You're looking at 215. I had a dream that they had a double beat and they come in at $215 million worth of profit. Is it possible? Absolutely. Absolutely. Wall Street said 85. What a joke. Ryan Cohen does not take $1 of salary. There's no CFO taking money. Daniel Moore's getting paid minimal compared to what a CFO would be making. These guys are here to work. They're here to show the profits and show you exactly what they can do. Now, the sugar on top, babe, the sugar on top is just not the fact that they can have a double beat. The sugar on top is what the hell did they do with the $1.2 billion worth of cash they've been sitting on? What did Ryan do with this newfound rule that he can invest his wealth behind GameStop's wealth and vice versa? What is it, babe? What are we doing? What are we doing, GameStop? Because if you did that and you made a little extra change, doing a little something strange for a little extra change, you might have come in with $250 million worth of profit. And it says 250. I mean, what are you guys going to do at that point? What are you going to do? Stock's going to go to $90, $100 a share. It's going to be a goddamn rocket. It's going to be a gamma squeeze. It's going to rip the world off. It's going to tear the damn roof off this place. But everybody thinks they know what's happening with GameStop. Everybody thinks they can project and they know, softball projections. Get that shit out of here. Let's go hit the moon. Start taking big boy cuts. Start taking some swings at this thing. Start understanding what's in front of you. The opportunity of a lifetime for me. Why? Because I'm pouring it in. I'm pouring in my money. Yes, I do. I post my buy orders in the Discord. And I tell you what, you go look at it, and but in the last 2 months, I put in over $2,000. I'm good. I'm pacing right where I want to pace. And I want to do more. 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 I'm not going to stop. Because I can't stop, won't stop. I'm GameStop. I play SPY 90% of the time in the year. Nah, that'll never happen for me. I'm not a day trader. I'm an investor. I'm a decade investor. Easy. Let's see what I have here on the chat. And I appreciate everybody coming to the channel tonight. But let's read the chat. I'm trying not to get too caught up in it, but I'm there. Marantz is a boss. I love you. Keep and doing your thing. Yeah, Thomas, you're welcome, man. I got to shut my door for a sec. Hold on, guys. My new dog, my new puppy, Lovey, she just sits here at the front door of my studio area. We took a room and we made it a studio, my wife and I, and she let me have the room. She's like, it's yours. I even put a bed in on the side over here so I could take a nap whenever it's time to do my thing. I've been playing League of Legends, guys. I'm Emerald 2 now. I posted that in the Discord. So it's pretty awesome. Have you seen Moon Train on here or X? No, never seen Moon Train. Earnings are more risk than I'm willing to go with. After earnings or before swings are my shit. Okay, cool. I don't swing trade. I don't do any of that. So it's okay. Yeah, negotiations, overhead reductions, just overall running the business more efficient from the bottom up. Exactly. Keep dropping the knowledge, man. Love MOAS. Yeah, well, you love MOAS. The thing is, if you want MOAS to happen, you just got to keep seeing what can happen with the company. Everything they say can't happen, can happen. We're trading 70% right now. Volume for the day, 70% short. And I'm just telling you, it's not that the stock is short 70%, just the trading volume for the day, 70% of the trades were short trades. So they can trade the stock back and forth all they want. We just keep buying it, doing the best. Where I told you, one of my clients works for a solar company, straight been taken down from the inside, but private equity. She started saying a couple of things, and then I just started hitting her with all the play. Yeah, it's wild. When you know the playbook of private equity, you can see it coming from a mile away. Maybe you can help yourself and help some people. He trades live on Discord in a spot. Oh yeah, no, I hate guys who trade and post and they talk. And I had a guy out here attacking me on TikTok. He has his own channel and he does all this stuff. He goes, "You're nobody, Marantz." I was like, "What?" Like I didn't even know who he was. I just said, "Hey man, can you tell me about GameStop TA?" He's like, "Oh, Marantz is here." I'm like, "Who the hell is this guy?" He's like, "Yeah, Marantz is a GameStop pumper." And it's like, oh, there you go. Whenever I hear that, I'm just like, oh, never mind. They don't understand the channel. They don't understand the info. Book, she was like, yeah, all this shit going on. I told her, learned it all from my boy Marantz. Stacks, I appreciate that, man. It means a lot when you guys say that you learned something from me because, I'm learning myself. Let's say it is double. Okay. That still doesn't take into account what Ryan will do with GameStop's cash reserves. Free cash flow is a governor of growth. The whole idea that GameStop has to grow kills me. That like you got everyone out there says grow, growth. It's like, why? Why not just make profit? Like honestly, you guys ever have a job and you have the ability to get promoted and make more money and do more and more responsibility? Or do you ever just go in there and say, you know what, this is where I'm at? Still going to live a good life. You're going to make your money right where you're at. Go home, take care of the family, the wife and the kids, and buy the cars, buy the house, do your thing. But you never got promoted. You worked here for 30 years. Okay. I'm still a productive person. I'm still a productive business myself. My family's going to reap the benefits from all the work I do. No different here. GameStop's still a productive company. And they're doing well. They don't have to overextend themselves. They don't have to try to grow in a time where no one should be growing. If you are growing today in this economy with these interest rates, you're a fool. That means you're signing lease deals that you can't afford. You're paying for growth that you can't afford. The cost of living is doubling every year right now. If you don't believe it, come live in California. But you have to keep up with the Joneses when you start trying to grow. It's not going to work. The more I listen, the more I learn. Well, thank you for that. Camelot probably liked the wedge. Be careful. Yeah, I don't know. We don't need to speak that way, about people. But I leave it there. Can I get understanding why everyone is so high on 51 shares? I don't get it. Nick G, we all have 51 shares. Oh man, that's a good one. That's a good one. Why you don't understand, Nick G. We're going to talk about 51 shares. Okay, I'll do it for you guys one more time. Okay. When do we hit 50 again? Who knows, Coral? Who knows? We're talking about double beat for Tuesday, so maybe by Friday. Yeah, maybe by Friday. How about that? 51 shares. That is our identity here on this channel. The idea is that there's 10,000 people that watch, and everyone has 51 shares. So more than 50,000 shares here on the channel, but it equates to the fact that I have 50 shares DRS'd and that I buy 1 share a day every day. So that's never changed. Right here is my DRS shares. Okay, DRS. And I have 50 shares in there. I leave it right where it's at, and I don't trip. You shouldn't either. But it's just the 50 shares that I have there plus the 1 I buy every day, and that's 51. That's why people say it's 51, gang. You don't know about it, but it's cool. Thanks, Marantz. I need to hear the truth. You're awesome, Marantz. Thanks, bro. Keep pounding the truth. Daniel Street, you're welcome. There's a lot of things you don't get, Nick, like P and respect. Oh, man, that's too much for me, man. Too much for me, Stacks. Stacks is hitting them over the head with it. That's cool. Hi, all. Here we go. Marantz, 11 live streams. Looking forward to earnings. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. Me. Either? Nah, I mean that most brokers, especially outside the U.S., are complete BS. I don't know. I don't know how it works outside of here, but there you go. Palantir CEO just pulled a GNS call out on the shorts PR move on MSN. No, he did a little different, Jerry Diamond. That's not what he was doing. He was saying that the shorts need to short companies, good U.S. companies, for their cocaine habits. That's what he said. He didn't put a white flag out there to say, hey, we're here to stop the shorts and we're going to change what we do. It wasn't really like that. Oh, those rotisserie chickens got to get cooked. Okay, thank you. Am I out of the corner yet? Brian, you are. Don't forget Review Dork. How could I forget Review Dork? I used to come on here, guys, and do a whole live stream. Like I used to come out here and go like this. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. And AMC is so great. Because he Review Dork sounds like he's holding his nose. Hey, guys. I don't even remember how he did his videos, but I used to imitate him pretty good. Lou versus Wall Street, dying from karma, baby. Who knows? I haven't seen him in a long time, but I don't pay attention to him either. So, what about the fat AMC East Coast tough guy? Remember him? Are you talking about Ape Father? Yeah, he's a guy. Ape Father reminds me a lot of Donahue George. Donahue George and the Ape Father, they're like the same guy. Same thing with, I guess, Data Zero. They're individuals that watch this show. They get all the information from this show. And then say Marantz is right. Marantz is correct. Oh, what's his name's the same way too. Common Sense Investor. Marantz, man, you got all the info. You just so right, man. Yeah. Okay. Well, and then they don't listen, and they still make videos about how they're pumping out other investments, and they don't listen. They don't buy GameStop or whatever it may be. So, I think people that are fake would somebody be like Kai's Malesh, who actually bought the shares of GameStop recently, with everything he had. So. Shout out to Kai's. He's a big GameStop investor right now. But it just means that they never believed what they were pumping and that it is GameStop, like we've always said. So, 3 Litecoin cards from the currency trading cards they sell. GameStop pays, baby. I pulled. Oh, you did pull. That's awesome, High Rider. I saw all the stuff you had there. Thank you for that. It said that my live stream was getting reported, like always, over here on TikTok because people want to attack me. I'm used to it, guys. People attack me all day, every day. And what can I do, man? What can I do, guys? Except stay positive and keep going. It's the best I can do. All right, well, shout out to you, High Rider. I saw the picture of all the cards you pulled. Awesome. Running it back, thank you for you and your families for letting us be a part of this wonderful journey. Peace, my brother, mad respect. Steve, thank you so much for supporting this channel over all these years. High Rider as well. These guys, if you guys do not know High Rider and Steve, they've been with me for over 33 months on YouTube. Straight up, they've been my partners from the beginning. GameStop new tech and trademark logo is complete fire. Yeah, Jay, we talked about that the other night. Badass Trader as well. It's in the shape of a Dorito. I'm just saying, it's in the shape of a Dorito. But there you go. Shout out to JCT on TikTok, always liking the stream and coming in. The Real Monty. Hit and like the subscribe button. Hit it here. Yeah, what I'm doing, guys, I'm actually killing the time tonight because wifey went shopping. And I don't know where wifey's at. It's 8:30. I got to work at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. And so at some point I got to go to bed. But I've been trying to play League of Legends all day, again and again and again. But I wanted to talk to you guys about the retail apocalypse and how companies keep going bankrupt. And the idea that GameStop is not going to be great this quarter. And they're going to be just in the mud, in the muck at 85 million. And people are going to be like, see, we told you it's only 85. It's not that great. I don't like that. It doesn't feel warm and fuzzy inside because I know it's better than that. And it's going to be better than that. Just bought my first GameStop share. David Parra, win. Not today. The market's closed. But if you did buy them, congratulations. That's all I can tell you. Do you think Ryan Cohen will use GameStop money to take a position in another company? And what company do you think that would be? Rocky, great question. Do I think that they would invest their money into another company? People don't understand that part either. Though I've heard people say, well, why doesn't GameStop just take their money and invest it in themselves if they're so great, so successful? And I say, well, what do you want them to do? They don't need to spend money right now. They don't need to grow. That's not what they're trying to do. Not with these interest rates. So if you're going to invest into another company, it would just be buying their securities, their shares. And if it goes up, so you can pick anything in the S&P 500 right about now, and you're okay. But I don't know what they're willing to risk, Rocky. Listen. Ryan Cohen is a billionaire, okay, and it wasn't by accident. Ryan Cohen is a billionaire. He's still a billionaire today, and he has the most shares of any independent investor of Apple. He's the largest shareholder in Apple stock in the world for an independent investor. Over $1 billion worth of Apple shares in stock. So he knows a lot more than I ever will when it comes to investing and how to invest. Maybe he has some smart people around him on how to make a profit with those same said positions. But that's what I'm looking at. I'll let him figure it out. I trust him. I love this community, even the shills who think they are wrong. Who think we're wrong. Vedlin, I guess people think we're wrong. I don't really know who thinks we're wrong at this point. It's been tough. Both the Reddit IPO release and the biggest hit piece documentary, probably coming, James Janney, hope I'm wrong, is to cover up the news that GameStop's being a year profitable and big free cash flow. Yeah, Jay, I've been looking at it. You know, I had somebody write me, I had a director for a production company write me, and I started looking at production company, and they're known for doing videos on YouTube and directing them and doing whatever. So he wrote me, and it wasn't very pleasant what he wrote. And I'm trying to find out why this guy is writing me. And he has a YouTube channel. He has some awards. He makes videos. And I don't know where the funding comes for these hit pieces that come out, but I'm going to start connecting dots real soon for the individuals who've been contacting me. Because I have the most traffic I've ever had, and I'm posting the least amount of videos I've ever posted recently. Guys, it's my fourth live stream in 2 weeks. You guys know damn well I'll post and I'll post and I'll post and I'll give you update and just talk. And not lately, but I've been getting approached a lot lately. I don't know what's going to happen when this documentary drops. I don't know what type of foot traffic is going to come this way to my TikTok, to my Twitter, to my Reddit, to my YouTube. I don't know. But I know the documentary is coming out. It's about GameStop. It's about us. It's about the channel. And they interviewed me for 7 hours on the record, 2 additional hours off the record. And I have no idea what they're going to put in it. I'm pretty fearless about it, though. I know that I didn't say anything unbecoming of what we are. The best part about the documentary and the videos, the interviews, is that you can see them here on this channel. I have put, and thank you for following me there, Taco Pen. I appreciate you on TikTok. I have put the video and the interviews on YouTube. They're on the homepage of the YouTube channel. So if you guys have not watched them, it is a documentary filmmaker by the name of James Janney. He has made numerous documentaries that have, 10 million views, 8 million views, 5 million views. And this is his biggest documentary ever. He is splitting it up into 2 parts. His first part is already made. It's done. The final edit is complete. Everything's done. The issue I'm having is my wife is calling me. Yes, honey, I'm live on the chat. What's up? No, ma'am, not at all. Thirsty. Yeah, but I got Coke Zero. I'm good, and I have water. I'm good, Mom. I don't need anything. I promise. I love you. Okay, bye. Ask me if I was hungry. No, I'm not hungry, guys. I'm hungry for GameStop shares, but save your money, man. Yeah, I wish they won't misrepresent. Yeah, I don't know, how it's all going to go down, but when this documentary drops, just so that we're clear, James Janney has 1.85 million followers, and people wait for these pieces to come out. And when he drops it, I don't know why he's waiting. So I think like everyone else does, the last time GameStop had an earnings report where they're about to be profitable, a documentary filmmaker by the name of Dan Olson dropped a documentary about GameStop and why it's a failed company, a failed investment, and how us as investors are idiots and dumb and stupid. We're dumb money. And the way it works is he dropped that and he showed clips of our videos this here on this channel, and he took me out of context. And it didn't upset me to the point where I got enraged, but I was like, what the hell is going on here? Like, why would you do this? But it kind of makes sense now why James is waiting to release his video. I hope I'm wrong, but you waiting for the earnings report to come out at the end of the month. James said it would be out by March. Well, guess what? It's March 16th. We're on the back half of the month. Why are you waiting? Why are you waiting to drop this? Unless you're trying to, I don't know what you're trying to do, but I'll stay out of it. Howdy, badass, the Bulls. There we go. But we'll know when it drops, and we'll all watch it together. And just know that I already posted the clips of the interview. So what if he cuts us out completely? What if we're not in it at all? Well, then you really know they don't want us there. Is Tuesday earnings report for 2034 fourth quarter? No, it's not this Tuesday. It's next Tuesday. So the 26th, and it'll be earnings for 2024. It'll be the fourth quarter of 2023. It says Rico knows. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Rico knows. As time passes, I get more GameStop shares. And become long. Sure. Us both. That's awesome. Dorito of Doom is here. Howdy. There we go. The Bulls. The Bulls did great. Steve, they did great. What's your thoughts on BTU? I don't have any of that. No. Please sell or forget GameStop because we are buried in our short position and need to go to $6. That's not going to happen, Wedbush. Never going to happen. Just like AMC. Wow. Frankie, go educate yourself, please. I don't have time. We don't do that here. I know, Jay. Michael Packer yelling $6 from the mountaintops, all just so that he can get out at like $9. Joke's on you, sucker. Should have cut bait at 11. Yeah. Joke's on them. GameStop goes to 6, then we'll go to 4 for 24. There's just no way they can stop it that way. Says Marantz, do you see another possible dip again for GameStop soon? I'm planning on doubling down, bro. Thanks for the truth nugget on Reddit. I need to know the truth. You probably saved me a lot of money. Probably. I don't know. I'm not here to save you or make you money. I don't give out financial advice. I just give you my opinion. It's my opinion, by the way. But do I think GameStop's going to have another dip? No, I never do. I think the more I hold, the better. But, $14, $15 a share. I mean, what more do people want? I don't get what people want. Like, what are you waiting on? Like, why are you waiting for 12 or 13? It's a $2 difference, right? Can I tell you that it's about 14%, about 15% difference? Here's the problem. And meow meow, I'll read your super chat right now in a minute. But here's the problem with that idea. What is your horizon? Like, what are you trying to sell for? Are you putting in at $13 to sell at 26? Or are you going to buy as much as you can at 15 and sell at 45? Or are you going to see it start paying dividends and see how far it can run with the squeeze and or with just natural momentum for what it can be? I mean, there's just so much to do here. I don't have an idea of when you're going to pull out or what your risk tolerance is, but I know me. I'm going to be here for a long time. Meow Meow, here we go. Meow Meow, thank you for the $20 super chat. And thank you so much for supporting the channel the way you do. Meow Meow. It says, imagine being a Bed Bath & Beyond investor standing in front of the headquarters proudly proclaiming you have 50 grand invested, and then suddenly, kersplat, your CEO becomes road pizza right in front of you. I don't know exactly what you mean by any of that, but I can't imagine it. I can't imagine it, and I won't. I just tell you, 50 grand invested into an investment, you better know what the hell you're talking about. And you better have a very good understanding. People need to start respecting money. I respect $20. I'll tell you why. Okay. I'm going to share this with you guys. This will be my last part. I got to leave real soon. And because I got to get some sleep tonight. But I want to explain to you why I respect $20. When you go to work, you work in an environment that you want to maintain and you want to show your coworkers just how valuable hard work is. You don't walk past a piece of trash. If you see a piece of trash on the floor, you pick it up. Have you ever walked past a piece of trash and not picked it up? You say, oh, they're sweeping. They'll get it right now. Oh, the wind will blow. It'll blow away. Oh, I'm not going to bend down. I'm too tired. You see, I treat every piece of trash like a $20 bill. So when I walk around, I pick it up. And if I pick up enough $20 bills, then I have 1,000. And $1,000 is a car note. It's half a mortgage in California or a third of mortgage in California. It's a difference maker. So when I see kids out here saying they put $2,000 worth of calls on a bet for a certain date at a certain time, I ask you, what the hell were you thinking? Do you not value your time? Do you not value how long it takes to make 1,000? And the next 1,000 and the next 1,000 and the next 1,000? Or how about when you go to a casino and you put your money in the machine, you put in $40 and it goes to 60 and you don't pull it out? Because you say, I didn't come here for 60. I didn't come here for 80. I didn't come here for 100. I came here to hit the jackpot. You didn't come here for 60? You didn't come here for 50% increase on your $40? Where else in America can you get 50% on your money? Pull it out and call it a day. 5 free memberships from Stacks. If you don't value the $20 put in front of you, if you don't buy a smaller value meal, if you don't ask for a medium drink instead of a large, if you don't tell them I just want a small fry, not a large fry, you're going to find out that you're overindulging, that you're overextending. And then you're going to hear the people tell you, well, I work hard for my money, Marantz. I deserve the nails. I deserve the hair. I deserve the shoes. Say it again. You work hard for your money. So before you go spend it, understand how you need to preserve it. You need to protect it. You need to save it so that you can defend yourself when you need to. Plan your life out as if you're trying not to die. I've always said this. You guys play Call of Duty? The guys walking around talking about their KDA. Oh yeah, my KDR is, X, Y, and Z. I'm at a 2.5. I'm like, wow. So you got 20 kills and you died 8 times. How the hell did you die 8 times? I only died 2 times in the corner, guys. I'm a camper in the corner, but guess what? I'm living. Because it's not about how many kills you get. It's about how many times you died. Because it's about how much money you don't lose. It's about how many times that other team can't score. This is why defense wins championships. I'm trying to teach you something here. And half of you kids, it goes over your head. Do you know what GameStop's doing? It's not about profits. It's not about top line revenue. It's not about X, Y, and Z. It's about not going bankrupt. It's about playing defense. It's about staying afloat. It's about losing less money. Because those wins are everything. You ever made a bet on the stock market? You ever hit on the stock market? Sure, you could hit and make double. Guess what you do? You go back and you put in the double and you try even harder. But once you lose one bet, you've got to win it twice back. I'd rather not lose any. I'd rather take my time and bet on for sure things. But my idea of what a for sure thing is might not be the same as someone else's, because somebody else doesn't see it the way I do. Someone hasn't done the due diligence. Someone hasn't done what we've done here. Learn your way of investing. Learn what you can tolerate. Learn what you can stomach. Because the math is the math. And when you do the math and it adds up in your pocket, and you start respecting what $20 is, and realizing that gives you a share and a quarter of what GameStop is, or a share and a third, I better be buying a share and a third every day. And let that play out for 5 years. And then when someone says, why are you sitting there with 1,000 shares on your face, and you're smiling? Because that 15 turned into 45. And now that 1,000 shares is worth $45,000. And it didn't cost me anything. It just cost me not to order so much the next time I go to lunch. And or to watch what I do and watch where I drive. Watch when I don't rev my engine. I don't need the new clothes, the new shoes. My kids might. I'll take care of them. But me, Dad doesn't need anything but 4 walls, a hot, and a cot. Believe it. GameStop's a different investment than anything they want to tell you it is. And it's not because it's a gaming company. And it's not because it's the future or whatever it is. No, it's because of you. It's all because of you. It's the fact that you're willing to eat, sleep, and breathe the shit. You're willing to die for it. You're willing to get another share for it. You're willing to do whatever it takes to diamond hand your investment like everyone else. Wall Street says the stock goes down, you sell. That's what happens in Wall Street. You know why? You know why they sell? Because they have to make profit. They have to show profit. They got a Coke habit to go ahead and push out. Per se. Not me saying it. That's the CEO of Palantir saying it. I'm telling you, you're playing against guys who don't lose or who don't know how to lose. These Ivy League kids, these kids that are valedictorian their whole lifestyle, they've never lost at anything. They never had to apply twice for a job. They're the number one selection every time, whether it's nepotism or it's just a social class difference. They're winners. You're losers. That's what it's been for the last 40 years. Private equity. Why is it that every hedge fund that is private equity driven, the top man is a billionaire plus? These guys murder companies and they take from the banks. They run the banks. This is what you're up against. You're up against the biggest monster in the world. And when I talk to my brother about this, you're really going to hold and fight against private equity for 3 years plus, 5 years plus, 10 years plus? He's like, it's suicide. You're crazy. Who's willing to hold that long? Guess who is? The guy who goes back to work and values $20. Because I just keep putting it in the machine. Keep putting it in the machine. And my cost average keeps coming down. They want to lower the stock. They want to play the Dorito game. We'll go ahead and do it. Boom. Keep going. Keep going. Don't come to me and tell me you're down $250,000 and your cost average is 40. Because that means you haven't bought the stock in 2.5 years and you don't believe in the investment. I'm not angry. I'm passionate. Learn the difference in the delivery. When earnings comes out, We're 10 days away. Today's over. We're 9 days away. Number 9 is my favorite football player, Tony Romo. That man carried the city on his back. Championship or not, that man carried the city on his back. Only difference is I'm not going to fumble the ball. It's GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. I'm going to see you around, millionaires. You know the drill. Peace.
Welcome to Marantz Rantz, no advice on finance. Spin the wheel and take a chance. Get an NFT and a little education. The system got undertow, that knowledge is flotation. You wanna learn? Well, you came to right place. You pumping AMC, might get slapped in the face. Get your due diligence, know who the villain is. Don't be a sheep when the shepherd's carnivorous. So come learn, laugh, and maybe you win big. And listen up, y'all, the wheel is not rigged. Everybody get a chance in the live chat. Kyoto spin wheel, you win just like that. Retail fight back and this retail winning. Y'all just wait, man, this is just the beginning. All fellow simians, GME group singing the truth. We just chillin', infinity pool swimming. So welcome to Marantz Rantz. A lot of knowledge but no advice on finance. Don't even need pants, you can tune in naked like Henny the Mayo Man. Internet's most hated. Don't wanna lose your money, then it's time for you to listen. If you're ignorant, invest in AMC, a superstition. The stream about ready, they told us to don't dance. I do what I want. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. 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 Welcome to Marantz Rantz.